break it down from a personnel standpoint, you kind of, for me, maybe because just historically being on the defensive back guy, you kind of, look at the quarterback, those are the skill guys, and then kind of work yourself to the line. But they got a guy every spot, which poses real challenges defensively. And then the one you circle, obviously, at the quarterback spot, is the ability to just make so much happen. And both in, specifically in the pass game, but also in the run game, ability to extend plays, hurts you with his feet. And direct the ball downfield to some explosive receivers. So, no, it's what they're cracked up to be, and so it'll be a major challenge this week.
Isn't their run game with the quarterback, the way they load it up, isn't that pretty difficult to stop with him?
Well, so much of quarterback run game is kind of spread you out, spread you thin, and then kind of look to crease you, which they have the ability to do, but they also have the ability to kind of some more downhill style quarterback run game, which poses a whole other challenge. So no, they use it well. They use it in the right spots, and he's very gifted that way.
Hey Alex, when you talked during the preseason, I think about how your DB should expect the ball, and so when you see a guy get a hand on a ball and not come down with it or drop it, is that especially frustrating? Should you guys be past that now? Do you think?
Yeah, you like to think so.
Yeah.
And maybe you're never. I mean, it's all. What that specific play, that specific Saturday,
Right.
Minimum you want to get one hand on the ball, but goddamn, we got to find a way to get two. And when you get two, you got to come down with it, and you got to catch the ones they throw at you. And I think we haven't done a great job. We really haven't. Do you do enough ball drills? The answer is yes. There's not enough time in your 20-hour work week for a DB to do more than what we already do. Obviously, we make a huge emphasis of it, and then devastated we didn't get a takeaway last week. That doesn't impact that particular Saturday. Maybe it doesn't, but you run the risk that it will. Mm-hmm. So we got to find a way to come down with those. Are we surprised by the football? And you got to analyze. You got to analyze as a coach, and then the individuals got to analyze it. If the ball surprised you, why? There's not really a good answer for that, And so we're just going to make sure that one, be where you're supposed to be, and then number two, expect that you're going to be the one coming down with it.
Is that a question you ask your guys when you watch and film about stuff like
Well,
that?
that's a recipe for asking for an excuse. And so no, we just tell them to expect it. And as the sooner you can locate it, the better off you are.
Texas receiver corps is full of big-time playmakers. It looks like we've got experienced guys and fast guys and big guys. How do you prepare for that kind of diversity in a receiver corps?
Well, and that's there's not we're not going to magically get taller, And so what you need to do is put yourself in a position to be top down. I mean that's the magic phrase, and that's every week. But obviously when you're talking about the skill set of what we'll face this week across the board, it doesn't just include. On the perimeter in terms of the corners, it also applies to the safeties, nickels, backers, and all those things will all be stressed that way. Stressed vertically downfield, and then, can you put guys on top of the guy that's supposed to be on top? Sure you can, but then you're thinner in the run game, and so that's the difficult challenge in terms of playing defensive football. But is there one specific answer? No, but certainly being in a trail position puts you in a real deficit. So we're going to make sure we're staying top down.
So do you think this is going to be the toughest offense you're going to see this season?
Well, it's certainly the toughest we've seen up until this point. It's going to be the toughest one we see this week, and our antennas are up. The respect factor is through the roof in terms of how we certainly respect every opponent, but the film speaks for itself, and there's no sugarcoating it from the standpoint of trying to temper down in terms of who they are, what they are. The film's the film, and so who they've done it against, how they've done it, how consistent they've done it, not just this year, but in years past. No, just a major challenge.
What about the running back spot? It seems like they keep finding guys. They've had many injuries. They just keep finding people. Your thoughts on that?
Well, what you see is in an offensive line that regardless of personnel, finds a way to create seams and create creases, and they again, kind of a stable back there in terms of guys that can get loose and make you pay for not being sound in the run game. And then we've had some of those issues, and so they'll certainly look to exploit it. And we got to make sure that again, going back to this talk about the receiving core, make sure we got guys on top. And then you say, well, we got to make sure we got enough bodies in the run game. And then you see the conflict that you are in as defensive coaches. And so no, like I continue to say, it's going to be a major challenge for us.
Alex, how much more does it give you to think about when an opponent has a bigger quarterback that can run inside like the 5 or the 10 yard line when he becomes a goal line option all of a sudden?
Sure. I mean, and what you see is just, some guys have the size. It's one thing to say they have size, whether we're talking about the receiving core or you're talking about in this particular case the quarterback in the run game. It's one. There's other guys that are big, but he has a unique ability to find enough of a crease and then kind of create the pile moving forward. And so it's why they're good at what they do and why they've had so much success.